Introduce us then, Samuel and Zara.
So, do you want a chocky finger?
I love a chocky finger.
Do we have any chocky fingers?
As we've already discussed off camera, there are no chocky fingers.
Why not?
It's really disgraceful.
Sorry, I'd just like to point out that you are a guest in my house. And unfortunately, no chocky fingers. I know when I go to yours, you put on a buffet.
Welcome to Staying Right at the podcast, hosted by two bestest of best pals.
Three bestest of best pals.
No, because you're a guest, you're not a host. Peter, James, Jonathan,
You asked me
Joseph,
to come.
Wicks, Sam, Robert DeCourcy Thompson, and our beautiful guest, Zara McDermott.
Am I not a co-host today?
Goose. No. So if you could do like other guests and wait for us to do the introduction, and then we'll get to the hello for you. That would be wonderful. So this is going to be a main episode and a bonus episode.
The biggie.
Because this is the special. This is the Staying Relevant Ibiza special.
Ibiza!
Yes, we went on holiday. It's the first Staying Relevant holiday, but not the only one this year. Let me tell you.
There's a lot more to come, but this was unreal!
This was our first one. This was our first one.
Time.
So this is going to be the Monday and Thursday episode this week. So it's all about Ibiza. So Monday's episode you can watch on YouTube on Friday. Thursday's episode, which is also the Ibiza special, you can watch on Sunday. So that means you're going to hear about Ibiza on a Monday,
Thursday,
Friday, Sunday.
Wonderful. I will be swearing. I may drink today because I feel like I may need it. In which case, I will be drinking. And if you don't like...
Yep, and remember to follow us on the socials because we're going up in the world, baby. 240, or maybe by the time this comes out, possibly 241,000.
Really?
On the yeah,
Not bad.
I know, not bad at all. Really happy about it.
Yeah, so follow us on all the socials. So that's YouTube, TikTok, Snappy C, and Instagram at Staying Relevant Podcast. Rate, review, and do all that crap because he likes to read them. And yeah, let's fucking crack on with the Ibiza special. Now, the way this is going to go is because, as we all know, I like structure, and this could be a fucking mess. It's likely to descend into a mess, but we're going to try and do it in a chronological order.
Chronological.
Yes.
You can't be the boss and say chronological. All right?
We're going to try and do it in a chronological order because I prefer that word. So we're going to do that. Let's see how this goes. I imagine it's going to be a fucking nightmare.
It's going to be amazing. We had such a fucking good time.
So the whole team went to Ibiza. So via by Jet2 Holidays, we had a family holiday. So that was a full team sheet. So there was obviously Sam and I. Producer Charlotte went. Edie went. Paul went. We had Video Ed and TV Ted. Ted and Ed had a lovely trip. Really lovely
Red,
time.
actually, because
Ed Red Lowney.
We also had Bauer, some people. When I say some people from Bauer, all of Bauer went. There was about, we turned up to the airport and I think there was potentially the whole plane was Bauer.
When me and Pete met in the airport, it was like 5 a.m. We were so tired, and I called him. I was like, I was literally pulling up to the terminal, and he was already in there. And I saw as I walked in a massive gaggle. And I went, Pete, where are you? And I turned around and he's in the corner of the terminal with his hood up and glasses on, just staring at the group he's meant to be travelling with, being like, I can't be asked to go over yet and introduce myself.
It was 5 a.m, I'm going to be honest with you. And I'd been working the night before, I had things to do the night before. I'd had no sleep whatsoever. And I just looked at the group because I saw Edie from a distance and I was like, right, I'm going to walk over. As I started walking over, I realised that behind the pillow,
Back of them.
behind the pillar, there was a crowd that were coming with us. But you're going to see a lot of this on socials, on the Staying Relevant social, what we were doing with Jet2. And yeah, listen, they were all lovely people. Anyway, so we had to go through security and do all that sort of stuff. The security, which always is a problem for me, because I get stopped through security at every airport without fail. But as I say, this was 5 a.m, so I was dressed airport-wise, but I didn't wear socks.
what?
And that was an issue. Because, as usual, I was stopped and I'd forgotten this because it was quite early. So I had to clip-clop through the scanner in bare feet. But my feet were quite sweaty and I did leave sweaty prints on the floor as I walked through. It wasn't a great look. I was the only one out of the 45 of us that were going that was stopped.
Do you know what I love as well? It's so early in the morning and Pete comes round, he's so fucked off and he literally goes, every time. Every time, you know, and like, just under his breath. He's talking to himself. He's not even talking to me. Just every time.
Every time. Fucking nightmare.
I see the tattoos.
So that was that. But then, listen, we're at an airport. It was quite busy. Stansted we flew from. So at airports, I like to, especially at that time in the morning, I like to have a hood up. I like to be just fucking this in the zone, like blinkers on a racehorse, just get going. Sam does not like that. Sam likes to be recognised. Sam likes the attention. So Sam was speaking very, very loudly at 5 a.m.
No, it wasn't even that.
It's Pete Wicks coming through. Pete Wicks coming through. Which made it very difficult for me. To the point where he announced me on the plane, actually, when we got to the plane. I was very tired. It wasn't a good idea, that, Sam. It put me in a very bad mood.
Oh, I loved it. It was great. There were stag and hen do's all over the airport, and they were literally dressed up in really different outfits and stuff. And I would try and sort of like get Pete to sort of lock eyes with them, and so they'd be like, "It's Pete Wicks," in like someone in their Batman outfit or something going on their stag do. It was a great game at the airport that early in the morning. I really had a good time.
But the thing is, I haven't just won the jungle, so obviously Sammy Boy here is the most recognisable face in the UK at the minute, which is good because it takes a lot of pressure away from me. It's wonderful because I keep saying this to Sam around in public now. Don't stand next to me. I do it a lot, don't I?
You do. He does. He makes you stand about a metre away from him.
Just in case, because if they clock him, then they'll may recognise that the hairy man next to him is probably me. So I make him stand away from me. But what I also noticed in Ibiza, actually, and I was talking about this to someone after you left, is that you look like everyone. Was it you I spoke to about this as well?
What?
At one point, sorry, this whilst we're on what Sam looks like, at one point in Ibiza, I was on the balcony of my room and looking down at the pool, and there was about 10 of you, and I couldn't work out which one was you. Because you literally look the same as everyone. From a distance, Sam could be anyone.
I'm a very basic bloke.
It could be any slightly pale blonde fella.
A quiff.
Yeah, with a little quiff. The only way you can recognise him is by the sunroof.
Do you know what? It's. I actually weirdly yesterday got 2 messages of people being like, "Is this you?" It's happening more now than it's ever happened before. It was Beardy. It was tour manager Beardy went, "This looks exactly like you." I was like, "Fuck off."
We'll get onto Sam's lookalikes a little bit later on. Because that was a fucking fun day. Anyway, so on the plane, I wanted to have a kip, so I put on Clarkson's Farm. Because the new episodes had just come out, I thought I'd watch a little bit of that and then try to have a little sleep. But we did have a bit of work to do on the plane. However, I've just found out that everyone was too scared to wake me up. Yeah, did you know about this?
Actually, I did. I heard you talking to the one of the ladies with the trolley, wasn't it? And you were literally just like, "Give her a little bit longer."
Yeah,
a little bit longer.
They didn't want to awaken the beast, apparently. But that was fun. That was all good. So when we got there. Sam, do you want to take over when we got there?
Basically, when we get on the flight, Pete basically got his hood up, got his glasses on. He doesn't want to fucking talk to anyone. The entire flight is stag and hen do's. The entire fucking place. So we have Video Ted in the back of the plane who's messaging me on WhatsApp being like, "Mate, we've got to do something around like just getting everybody to shout peace on the plane." The terror I had for the last quarter of the plane journey, being like, "How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this?" And he went, "Mate, it's rippled back." So apparently, but as we were landing, the back of the plane was going, "Pete Wicks on the flight." Pete Wicks on the flight. It like gone through the aisles, and when the flight was finally landing, it hit the back of the plane that Pete Wicks was there. And so I literally, as we landed, stood up.
I just want to point out that I don't think it was that Pete Wicks was there. I think it was that Sam.
It was Pete. You can see the text message, and this is actually whilst the stag do. Apparently, Ted, bless him, is quite before he drinks, is quite a reserved bloke, and he was sat on the back of the plane editing something on his laptop whilst there was a stag next to him swinging a speaker around at the back. He messaged me going, "I've never seen anything like it. It's beefer, baby." And then I stood up, and as we're leaving and everyone's leaving the plane, I literally started a Pete Wicks chant and got everyone to go, "Peter Wicks, Peter." I even got a Towie chant going on there at one point. Towie! It was fucking brilliant.
That was not enjoyable for me because all I wanted to do was just take a picture of us landing. So I just took a lovely picture of Ibiza throughout the thing. But I didn't realise that Charlotte was watching me do that the entire time and watched me take it about 14 times. And apparently she's unlocked a new Pete X. I just wanted to, let people know I was back on the island.
We also really, I feel like we really made an impression when we landed. Like we really fucking sent it. Do you know what I mean? We were loud, we were proud. We touched down.
We were not loud.
We were fucking loud.
Sam was loud.
And then as we walked out, there's like more people wanting photos and stuff. And I was like, this is what it's going to be like, and it's going to be fucking epic. Pete's nightmare is my Shangri-La. I loved every second of walking through that airport, knowing what this is. We had to go through passport control. Pete's got his head down the entire time through passport control, and I'm waving at people trying to get them over. We also got escorted off the plane first. So imagine I've just started Pete Wick's chant, right? Towie, Towie, and as that happens, we get escorted off the plane first, as if we're some sort of VIPs.
Yeah.
Whilst everyone's cheering Pete Wicks.
But we get escorted off the plane to a bus where we had to wait for the rest of them anyway. So it was absolutely pointless. We're just going to get you off first. I thought, lovely, we're going to pop straight through passport control. We get down to the bottom of the stairs, dump on the bus, and then we just sit in the corner as everyone else who we've just gone past on the plane gets on the bus.
File onto the bus.
So when the bus drops us off, they all get off before us because they're closer to the fucking doors. So it was absolutely fucking pointless.
And a couple of people shuffled up to Pete on the bus. Can I get just a quick... And they were like, just before anyone sees, can I get a quick photo with Pete? And then everybody saw him, rushed over to him.
Sam is doing himself a disservice here because it wasn't me people wanted pictures with. It was Samuel Robert de Courcy Thompson, the king of the jungle. What I spent the majority of the time doing was saying no to people because they were like, you can get in if you want. No, I'm all right. I don't want to. I'm fine. Thank you.
So good. So fucking good.
So that was that. Then we had to get on a bus, and we love a bus, don't we? But yeah, we had to get on the bus, and then we got to the hotel, and that was fine.
Do you know what? So as we come into the hotel, this is actually a really upsetting thing that happened to me here. And I told Pete, and he literally just went to me, well, of course. But I was shocked at what happened. We were on this rooftop of the hotel. We'd finished filming for a bit, and there was like a Hindu who was on the rooftop, and they like pulled me to one side, and they're like, can we get a quick photo? I was like, yeah, of course you can. I'm thinking, sort of feeling myself a little bit, thinking I'm quite cool. And one of the girls goes, why are you wearing that? Why have they made you wear that? I was wearing my fucking rubber ducky trunks
them.
and my Crocs. And I was literally sitting there and I went, oh, no, this is just my outfit. And she went, why the fuck are you wearing that? And I went, my girlfriend packed for me. And she went, well, she then told me, she went, she hates you.
I'm just going to caveat this with the fact that Sam on holiday... Sam in the UK is not ideal. Sam on holiday looks like when you give your child free rein to put on whatever they want. And you go, you can wear what you want to school today, and they put on a scuba gear with a tutu. That is effectively...
Scuba gear with a tutu?
That is effectively...
Can I just say, this is my fault. Like, I did pack for you.
Yeah,
I'm really sorry.
She's not sorry. She does it every time Sam goes away. He literally couldn't wear... nothing matches. There is patterns, there's ducks, there's flamingos.
There were flamingos.
There's fucking different...
flamingos.
There's different colours, there's different Crocs. And then evening wear... What Zara thought would be a great idea is a pair of Chelsea boots, the washed-out chinos that he wears, and
wears them all the
time. He's on holiday, and a toweling fucking shirt.
The toweling shirt
I thought you'd like the toweling
it
shirt.
was a staple.
But I'm not going to blame Zara completely for this because you are a fucking adult who should pack for himself.
Oh, mate, do you know what? The
I
worst
don't know
thing
if
is...
one would like the rubber ducky.
No one likes the rubber ducky.
The fans hated it. I'm going to be honest. The woman fucking absolutely tore me down, and I literally left that photo feeling so upset. And I called Zara and went, I don't know why you've done this to me. I was like, why the fuck have you? If you're going to say I'm going to pack for you, pack like you got to pack good clothes.
I thought I did. I packed clothes that you always wear on holiday.
Not the washed out chinos.
But just even your just holiday attire is awful. But
Can I just say, right? The only shoes he wears on holiday is his khaki Crocs.
I do love a car.
yeah.
So what was I going to do? Just like, I don't know, pack him some
since
Chelsea
you have
boots
so
and walk on
much
the beach.
control over the fact that you have to pack for him because you're his mother, not his girlfriend, then maybe just go buy him some nice clothes because
She bought the toweling top.
Yeah, I did actually.
The toweling top's fine.
All of those clothes I bought for him.
Well, fuck me, then you need to have a word with yourself and stop being horrible to him. So,
It was a tough moment though.
But whilst we're on the topic of clothes, and we'll just add this to it, so eventually, a couple of days in, Sam went and spent £1,000 in a shop. and bought head to toe linen outfits.
Loved it.
Just as he was going home, because it turned out this shop, which was just very plain, just nice sort of summery stuff, was fucking expensive. I actually bought a white shirt in there that cost me £220 for a plain white shirt. I didn't realise it was that expensive, and at that point I couldn't say no.
Yeah.
And
Kind of where I was
even,
actually, to be
and
fair,
even
as well.
worse, I'll tell you why I did that, because I couldn't be asked to iron the shirt that I had in my room. That's bad, isn't it?
That's bad.
But anyway, Holiday Pete is a very different animal to UK Pete. Holiday Pete has fun. Holiday Pete enjoys a beer. Actually, that's no different to UK Pete either.
Yeah.
But I get very Fabio on holiday, don't I?
I saw you doing a little dance actually when you got your first cocktail.
Yeah, I do a little dance. There is an awful lot of buttons. I mean, I'm basically unbuttoned to the belly button
Yep.
on the shirts.
The beers were out.
The beers are out. The short shorts and sandals are out.
Yeah.
It was serious. It was serious. I like Holiday Pete. Holiday Pete's a nice guy. So we had an awful lot of work to do by Jet2 Holidays, and it was a big schedule, wasn't it?
It was a very big schedule, but we in our heads we thought to ourselves, look, if we crack out all of this work back to back to back to back and give it our all, we might get like a day off at the end. And
For everyone, for all 45 of us.
exactly. So it wasn't just for our benefit; it was for everyone's benefit. And so the first day was the entire day was just work, sort of back to back to back to back to back, and we got a lot of it done, to be fair. And then the night time happened. We took everyone for dinner.
I'll tell you why we got a lot of it done. Because I went into work Pete mode. We all know I like efficiency. I like to get shit done. And we had a lot to do. And there were a lot of people there, wasn't there? Edie? A lot of people. So what I thought I would do was isolate every single person that was there and specifically run through how the day should be going. So from top to bottom, everyone had a job. At one point, I think the managing director he was in charge of pushing Sam on a lilo across the pool. There was people in charge of cocktails. People were on laptops doing all sorts of it. But I took them all separately to tell them how it was going to run. And we really flew through it, didn't we, Samuel?
We really did. You want work mode, Pete, on your side when you're getting through this kind of stuff.
Because you've got Sam in the background going, we just need to get this stuff done. Can you go and have a word? So Sam sends me in to get me to get shit going. But we fucking flew through it. The last night was a bit of a struggle. The first night was a bit of a struggle. So we had to get one serious shot, which was the sunset.
Oh yeah. Oh God, yeah. And I nearly missed the sunset.
So
that was terrible.
We've managed to cut 4 hours out of our day the next day because we'd done so much on the first day. But I said to Sam, right, we've now got 45 minutes to go back to the room, get yourself ready, and then we're going to go for dinner and that afterwards. But you need to be, because I'd already Googled that the sun was setting at 8:49. So I was like, you need to be up on the roof by
8:30.
Yeah, 8:30, because then it gives us time to set up and do all the rest of it. And everyone was efficiently there, apart from Sam.
Where were you?
I was a little bit late. I was talking to you on the phone.
Really?
Yeah.
So Sam nearly messed up the one shot that was desperately time sensitive for the day and arrived at 8:45.
Oh no, I actually wasn't talking to you on the phone. I was having a shower.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I was on the flight.
I was having a shower.
So he'd arrived at 8:45, so we had 4 minutes. But that was that. And then I put Sam in charge because we had nothing planned for that evening because we didn't know what time we were finishing. So I made Sam captain for the evening and Sam took us to dinner.
No, Sam called Zara and said, Pete's put me in charge. Where do I take everyone for dinner?
Okay, so tell us about it.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't expect to get do you know what? It's because I knew for a fact that we were going to finish quite late. And I was like, I feel like everyone's going to want to go for a nice little dinner together. I'm starving. Everyone else is starving. It was a toughie. And then literally Pete just put it all on me and went, no, I'm having a beer, mate. He was like, I don't care. And I was like, fuck, if I want to go for dinner and like a nice one, then I'm going to have to take the reins on this. And I'm not a good taker of the reiner. And so I literally just messaged her and went, tell me where I need to go. I was like, tell me everything I need to know.
Sent you to a nice restaurant, to be fair.
While Sam was doing this, he kept, and I didn't know that he was messaging Zara about where to go, who was trying to get through security at the airport because she was just landing whilst trying to book fucking dinner for Sam. He kept going to me, I don't know if I can do this. No, I just feel there's a lot of pressure because everyone's looking at me now about where we're going to go and if it's shit. So then he started caveating the restaurant with, if it's crap, I'm sorry.
It's Zara's fault if it's crap. If it's really good, it's all on me.
You know when you just want to have a little bit of backup just in case. You're like, look, if this is shit, it's not my fault.
But
it wasn't shit. It was fucking unreal. I ordered everyone cabs as well. I literally took the reins and went, come on, guys. Like the fucking Pied Piper. I went, come on, all 45 of you. We're going.
When Sam says he ordered everyone cabs, I don't think that's true.
I got Charlotte. She's producer Chaz to order the cabs, but I asked her.
Sam delegated, but that's what a captain does.
Delegated. Delegates. Yeah, exactly. Delegating missions to people.
Yeah.
And then I turned up first as well, and to the restaurant,
which he wasn't going to do, although it was in his name, and no one knew where we were going until someone said, "Sam, go in the first cab," and he went, "Oh, I don't know if I want to," because Sam doesn't like taking the lead. Sam didn't want to be first either. He likes to walk in and everything be done for him. But him going there, and then when we actually got to the restaurant, he hadn't even gone to the reception bit first because he wanted someone to go and say that Sam was there because you're just not like talking to people.
No, I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know where the reception area was. And then some guy started shouting at me, Sam, 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 Sam. And I was like, fucking, this is mad. And then Pete was like nudging me in the ribs, but like, I think you know him. And
it wasn't like a Sam from Numlet. He was going, Sam, Sam. Sam, as if he knew him.
Turns out I did know him.
Yeah, who was it?
Yeah, it was tough.
Oh, that's tough.
It was tough out there.
Then Goose arrived.
Goose arrived.
And that's why, by the way, Goose is here. We should probably introduce her. Zara McDermott.
I wasn't a part of this flight because your flight was full.
Yeah.
So I had to get a separate flight. And my flight...
And also, we were working.
You were working. But I would have booked myself on and I would have helped out. I would have made it 46.
And 46, you, Ted, and Ed would have really fucking just led the charge. No,
I made it just in time for the main course at
You made it in time for the dinner, though.
Yeah.
And you rocked up and I'd saved Zara a seat, and that was awkward because there were obviously so many of us. I was like, sorry, Zara's sitting here, but she's just not quite here yet.
But you were right on the end of the table, and then you saved me a seat, one seat in, so it just looked like you wanted to be separate from everybody else.
I was saving you a seat.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you sit there and then leave the ends to seat free?
Because he wanted to sit opposite you, I think.
Yeah, because Pete was on the other end of the table as well, so we were just having
I like to take head of the table.
But, look, that's whatever. Zara turned up, and it was really nice, introduced her to everybody.
But it was a really nice dinner. It was a nice dinner for everyone after a big, long fucking day. Everyone had a few drinks. Then people started to leave.
Not before we'd taken a team photo, though.
Yes.
Took a fucking good team photo. Really good team snap.
Yeah, it was a good team photo that Sam put on his Instagram, which was nice. It was really, really nice. I mean, I thought it was a nice photo when I first looked at it, just after it had been taken. But I made the mistake of actually explaining to Sam, actually during that day, that I used to have a lazy eye as a child.
Pete used to wear an eye patch.
Which is where the original Pirate Pete thing came from, because I had to have an eye patch to correct the lazy eye, because it used to look like, I could see round corners with it. It was fucking serious. So Sam took a lovely picture.
And at the table we decided, why don't we just emphasise?
And we'll emphasise what's already there.
Yeah, like why don't we just do a little...
Well, no, I saw the picture and my eye, it was in conjunction with the other one. It hadn't gone for a walk. I hadn't left it back in Essex. It was absolutely fine.
The best thing about having Zara, though, she's really good at those kind of edit stuff. So I literally passed her the phone, went, make his eye go all the way to the other side. She just gets the phone, goes, on it. And he's turned his fucking full eye behind like he left it on the plane.
And it was looking at his nose.
But the problem I have is that I've muted Sam and Zara, so I don't see their stories.
Are you fucking joking?
No.
You've muted me as well?
Yeah. Oh God, you're one annoying fuck on social. So I've muted them both, so I don't actually see what they post, which is a problem, because I didn't know until the following afternoon that Sam had put up the picture of me with my fucking edited eye for the world to see.
Oh, I need to show you.
And how long it had been up for? 6
hours.
Oh, you put it up the next day, did you?
Yeah, you put it up the next day.
So that had been up for a long time, but I don't see it. So obviously then, because these two can't do anything on holiday.
Rick, what? I know what you've fucking done. Just come at me like that. Mate, I've already got a lazy eye, all right? And you fucking put it like I can see round fucking corners. Mate, it looks like I've left my fucking eye in Essex.
So I think someone said you looked like you left it on the plane.
Are you fucking winding me up?
Mate, that's what you actually... I haven't done anything to that.
Then he starts to question himself as well.
So, so as you can imagine, when you go away with Sam and Zara, you can't do anything without it being put on the internet because their enjoyment comes from social media, not life.
The best part about it was
so
coming
everything is then just put on, so you can't get away with anything, which creates painful situations for everyone. Best part about it was what?
My favourite part of all of these photo editing tasks that we set ourselves is the little caption, it's the wording. So I was like, I think the best thing to write is great night out last night with the team. You know, like the hands up emoji and a love heart.
Make it seem really chill, like it's not even a very big deal. Like, it's just a really nice dinner with the team.
Just really low key.
Don't even fucking like mention anything about the eye whatsoever. But that moment that Pete found out was one of my favourite moments in Ibiza.
But the funny thing was, I was in the back of the cab because I've been waiting all day. I've been watching him being like, please check your phone, please check your phone. And for some reason, he didn't check his phone the whole day. And then we're in a cab and I was like, have you checked your phone recently? And he was like, no.
I don't often, to be fair, I don't check my phone.
No, you
very often
don't.
for things like, I'm not really on fucking social and all that very often. So I didn't fucking see it. And now this is why I have to check things now when I'm with them. I have to check everything. Because somewhere along the line, I'm getting fucked. Somewhere along the line.
So good, though.
And of course, as she said check it, I knew there must be something wrong because she then got up her phone and went...
Yeah.
No, I was just watching. I was waiting for the reaction, and it was gold.
But yeah, anyway, so that was that. So then everyone went home. I mean, I stayed a little bit longer, and you know, standard Pete came out, and there was 40 shots of tequila or something for the remaining people.
Pete goes out, and if
No, we
they
didn't.
can't keep up,
We didn't. We were home at a reasonable time.
well, if they can't keep up though, you're getting left.
So day 2, we had loads more to shoot. We did some jet skiing.
Jet skiing was great. I love jet skiing so much. It was a bit dicey before we went out, to be fair, and Pete really wanted to be on the front, which just made me so fucking happy.
He had to straddle you.
Because Pete's also, you know what Pete's
Yeah.
like? He's like, I ride motorbikes. And so he obviously wants to be on the front. And then he's on the back.
Holding your waist.
Hugging me on the back of the jet ski. And you can't really hear him very well because you can hear it.
You can hear me very clearly. But what Sam decided to do was just ignore that and pretend he couldn't. So what we were asked to do was stay away from the boat wake, all right? And just try and get this fucking content done. And at one point, because we had other things to do, Sam, we were supposed to just stop, and the guy was going, yeah, just cut the engine and we'll just float in. Sam took that as, just go. So Sam just started just heading out to sea. And I'm on the back going, what are you doing? Stop! And he's going, can't hear. Just heading out to sea. And then eventually, I said to him, what the fuck are you doing? And he went, I thought they said go. I went, what, that means go? Does it?
Pete's slapping me on the back, going, stop! Stop the jet ski! I'm going, why? This is amazing. We're fucking miles away from the boat. The guy on the boat's going, come back here! He thought I was stealing the jet ski. Pete's absolutely mortified at this point as well. We're
The
fucking
guy
coming
literally
in.
went, yep, and done like that. Sam went, yeah. Just started heading out.
So fucking class. Really good jet ski. And then I went into the wake of the boat and Pete's literally, and you can't really hear that well. And so Pete's in your ear, right? He's going, stop going into the fucking wake of the boat. Fuck, it's all over the fucking feet.
And let me tell you why, because although we were obviously, you know, we were filming, so we weren't really out properly jet skiing, so we had to go and film something else after where we were having a nice lunch. So I said, I don't want to get fucking soaking, right? Because we have to go and film something straight after. So let's just get the fucking shots to keep it nice and fucking chill. Just jump a little bit so you get a little bit of fucking spray. Not just go through the wake so it's all fucking coming up all over me fucking face. It takes a while to clean my fucking bar.
Pete was going, it's hitting me in the face! It's hitting me in the face! Whilst I'm battling to keep it fucking on course. Because you know when there's a speedboat ahead of you and the fucking wake comes out, it's really hard to keep your fucking balance on it. So I'm fighting the jet ski, trying to fucking keep it on. Pete's getting sprayed in the face, going, get out the fucking wake! It was one of my favourite times of the entire trip. I loved it. He was so angry. But then Pete got to go on the front.
Yeah, not for very long.
Do you know what? I feel like there's just so much to talk about here. We're not even like, we're only halfway through. And I think we should turn this into a bonus episode for Wednesday.
Full week of Ibiza?
Yeah.
Full week of Ibiza.
Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Is it Wednesday? Not Wednesday. Thursday. I think we should.
I just want to point out that the intro that we're doing here, we've had to do again because despite the fact that I repeat it, and as we had thousands of people shout it at us on a stage weeks ago, Sam thinks we do a podcast on a Wednesday. Monday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, not Wednesday.
So I think what we're going to do is we're going to turn this into a double parter, and we're just going to make this the bonus episode on
And when will that
Thursday.
come out?
It's going to come out on Thursday.
Yeah, come out on Thursday, which you'll be able to watch on Sunday.
Yay!
Beautiful.
Staying Relevant was an Insanity Studios production.